Hello, tarot friends. This is Ultraviolet Morgan, and I am live. Oh. So, firstly, I got this package. I have already opened it, but I am I'm just really excited to show it off. Oh, hold on. Sometimes I'll be scrolling on YouTube and I'll see something just as I go away. Okay, set a reminder. Scarlet Ravenswood has an upcoming video scheduled for March 25, 6 p.m. It might be today. Moon Magic Pagan Happy Hour. So I just turned on a reminder for that. And then I want to go to my right now that shows that I'm live and shows what I can see. Oops. Volume. Nobody's in the chat right now. Okay. I didn't call this live chat, or I didn't call this free live readings. I called it Tarot and Nail live chat. Oh, hi, somebody's there. Thought I'd try out a different title. I may do some readings, just depending on how I feel. I do, just in case, have Flower Therapy and the Muse Tarot. So, yeah, I'll probably do some. But really, I just came on because I was excited by this nail that I just ordered. And I'm wondering, whoever's watching, if you'd like to say hi. Sometimes I know Andrew will kind of peep while he's at work or something. And if it's Andrew, that's really cool because this is like, I think you'll find this cool. But if it's somebody else, that's also really cool, whoever you are. Okay, so just get right to what's in my package because I'm just really excited. It's kind of a small thing, so I shouldn't oversell it, but this has never happened to me before. Okay, I'm just looking because my chat is behind. Okay. That wasn't. There we go. Okay. So, it's just a blank book, but it came with a pen. A really nice, beautiful, freaking black and gold pen. Okay. Is this like a... Alright, so that's like the little tip that you get when you first buy your pen that covers the tip. So, look at that. I know I'm a nerd, but I mean, and it matches, right? It's called Lynx. I've never seen this kind of pen. It's a little, like, it's heavy, like, not super heavy, but substantial feeling in your hand. I prefer clicky pens, where you don't have to worry about keeping and losing the lid. This is stunning to me. So, like, clicky pens are more every day, I guess. They are what I prefer, and I think most people probably do. You don't have to look for a pen. They're modern, they're whatever. This isn't, when you have a pen like this, it's just more it kind of says, that you're a person who takes care of your pens, you keep track of which I don't, but I don't know. It's just it's like a more high class little touch, I suppose. So look at this. This is the Phoenix. Wow. Here's the back. Kind of tip it different angle. I'm going to go ahead and just take off so I'm always like, oh, I want to start this type of journal or that type of journal. I want to track this or track that, or I want to do like a a book of shadows, but it's going to be this type of book of shadows. It's going to be like this way that I got it in my head, and then of course it's not, right? Like I had this one, I was going to feel it was going to be crystal identification of all my crystals, and I was just going to look up an easy way to draw whatever crystal I was looking at and color it, identify it, put some details. Would have been lovely. I still may, Hello, Shala Shahid. And hello, Depanchi. And hello, Andrew. Okay. So, yeah, look at this. Look at this thing. Ah, it's beautiful. So it's black here. It says, in case of loss, please return to. And as a reward, dollar amount. Okay. Probably not. This seems like a good page to glue something. Or tear it out just to make it look more rustic, right? So these are dated and lined. Okay. I was pretty sure I was hoping for unlined. And I did have a plan. I can't remember if this was the only journal that I recently ordered. So what was my plan? So it was going to be, lined paper will work fine for this. Kind of a Book of Shadows-y kind of thing, but basically more of like what I've learned so far, or sort of on the topics that don't seem like they go together. Right? So we've got some different. I'm going through this page by page, every page, and then you get to these pages, which are aged. So it says title and date. Just a little bit of a curiosity of this book. So these are all aged, really pretty. I'm kind of scowling because I'm like, okay, these are not white, which is nice. They're just off-white. But then these are aged, and they feel different too. They feel more, I can't think of what that's called. I don't know what is that type of paper like that you write put a scroll on. Thank you. Like parchment maybe, but I don't know what parchment paper feels like because I've never specifically had it. But it feels like my imagination says it could be parchment. And then you go back to these pages. And then these again. So it goes back and forth. I just thought of right here where it says as a reward, I could just write $1 million, or just write 1 million because there's a dollar sign there, for humor's purpose. But yeah, look at that. The only thing, it'd be cool if, and it's a phoenix, like this would be a really good book just specifically for studying alchemy, in my opinion. Or if you wanted to do like a bestiary or bestiary, or however you say it, you could do fantasy creatures. So if you're doing a study of fantasy creatures, or you could do real animals and plants and those types of things. But I mean, with a phoenix on the cover, I feel like, I don't know. just, yeah, I feel like this is just a fun book. Look at these little jewels. Oh, I know, I was going to say. And then, of course, we have the little silver, which is sort of a curious choice because the book is all gold, but I guess it still makes sense. Maybe because it's gold is why I thought this could be lead and gold is why I thought it's alchemy, but well, transformation, right? Yeah, this is really pretty. So I was expecting it to be online, but it's I can totally, yes, Andrew, a parchment is exactly what I was trying to think of. You're right there. Thank you. You did come up with it, but let me see. Did Punchy? You can ask. I think I might do a couple of readings, so you can ask. And Sheila, I would say. Yeah, I might try to get to yours too. Yeah, mainly I'm focused on this, but I did bring some cards because I thought, right? Want to do a little interacting. What was I going to say about this? Oh, okay. Just that I expected it to be online, but I'm pretty happy with it being online anyway. And I also knew or expected it to be, I knew that it was going to be hardcover because I specifically wanted hardcover. Last time I ordered a dream journal, I got a soft cover, which is okay, but not even ideal. This is better, but like a ring one that would lay flat would be even better for a dream journal. I should have called this "Let's Chat About Journals." What was I saying? That I ordered a dream journal, and it was so I knew that I wanted hardcover, so I specifically looked for that. And another thing I was thinking is that I've got a quite big, I think I bought it at Walmart as a sketchbook, and I got a black one, and I may have one with flowers on it. I'm not sure. I think I used the black one for a study that I was doing in a tarot group, where we were doing like Season of the Crone or something, and we did like daily draws, and shared things, and so I used it to document that, although I usually would document it on the site and not always transfer it over, so it's patchy. And then I've got another big one like that does have flowers on it, which I used to start my study of the round tarot from the 70s, the feminist tarot, the Mother Peace tarot. And I kind of haven't really, I worked on that really steadily for a little bit, and it's kind of just there for now. I'll get back to it eventually. But anyway, my point was, I would like to get a bigger one like that, but I expected this would be this size. I feel almost like for a big one like that, I'd rather just go to the store and pick one out, because they do have hardcover, sketchbooks, blank books. And when you order online, sometimes you can get some more variety and interesting things, but you really don't know how the binding is going to be and stuff like that. I don't know. But I was actually somewhat inspired by Andrew's post, I think. Didn't you post some type of, yeah, he posted a journal. I'm super rambly. Yeah, you posted about a journal, and I was like, oh, I got a journal. It's a couple of little fancy journals, and then like that just got in my head, and I was like, why don't I have more fancy journals? So, I went and sought one out, and this was like, might have been on sale. I know the one I got was really inexpensive. A lot of times I'll just put things in my cart, and then I'll move them down to save for later. And I'll just wait on, the evil Amazon website. And I'll just kind of, like go through my list and see, and they'll notify me if prices change. But, sometimes prices will drop. I have so many things I want. Try not to be materialistic, but, all of the things. So, but it works out because you just put those things on there and you look at them whenever you go on there and you're like, or say, I specifically know I want to order something, like order some shelves. Or maybe I specifically want a book, like I'm in a book club and they're going to read a certain book. So I go look up that book, I put it in my cart, and I'm like, well, I do have Amazon Prime, but if I didn't, then I could kind of look through and see, what do I already know that I want? It's kind of sitting there waiting for me that will bring my total up to, so I don't have to pay shipping. But now I just kind of go through and be like, what can I add on here that's just like $3-4? Like what else can I just kind of squeak in there? Or if I have a gift certificate, they come in like usually $25, $50, so I've got, if I have a gift certificate amount on there and what I want to buy is X amount of dollars, and it's like, oh, you got a little bit, what else? So like instead of trying to go find something new, I just have those things I already know I want, just kind of sitting there and just go through and see like, oh, you got $6 more, or whatever. I don't know, that's just my ramble. This is, I don't know if you mean this book or if you mean cards, but this book is an empty journal that I just got. It's just stunning and literally came with a pen. I did not see anywhere, and it was not expensive, that it came with a pen. I did not know that it came with a pen, and I was super duper nerded out and excited when I opened it and a pen came out. The only thing that would make it kind of really even better would be if there was a pen loop on here. That would be so amazing. I could probably get, something and glue a pen loop in there, or like 2 loops to hold it if I felt like being crafty. So I guess I'll just put it there for now. I know, it's so awesome. Like that set's awesome, and then it's just awesome. You can find so many things, and then whenever I do find something, then I look where it's like compared to, and I'll show you other things that are similar. Sometimes you're like, oh, this is cool, and then they suggest 16 other things that are the same, and one of them is like practically the same thing for like $6 or something, so whatever. I've been told that I'm good at finding deals and sales. So let's see, I did have a couple of requests for tarot readings. Sheila, I hope I'm saying your name right, wants to know about Zane's feelings. Oh, Sheila, you know how to get to my heart and soul? That flower you posted is a, why can't I think of what it's called? Oh, I thought you said, what are you reading today? I apparently don't know how to read. words. Ashika. Yes, I am gonna do a few reads. That flower is hibiscus, which is sacred to Kali Ma, who is she's my girl, right? Okay, Sheila wants to know about Zane's feelings. So, let us know about Zane's feelings, statuses, and guides towards Sheila. How's Zane feeling towards Sheila? Okay. 3 cards just... Am I crazy? I'm just so excited about that pen. It's not the kind of pen I normally use, but it just looks so nice. And it came... I love pens anyway. I love office supplies. Okay, are we all upside down? We've got strength upside down, or reversed, right? We've got the 9 of inspiration. Please forget that this deck has its own suits. 9 of inspiration, which is wands. We've got the Muse of Voices. I just flipped it over, and that's not how we do. That's not how we do. I'm barefooted, so if my toes peek into the thing. Okay. 8 of emotions. Wow. Okay. Strength in reverse. How does Zane... What are Zane's feelings towards Sheila? Strength in reverse. 9 of inspiration. Muse of Voices. And 8 of emotions. So the first thing that just jumps out at me about, wow, this drama. 8 of emotions is a walking away card, which could mean, a few different things. But usually the 8 of emotions is kind of about when you have something sort of built up and established, and you turn your back to go find something else. So, that could probably... You'll know if that's relevant to you, right? The Muse of Voices. The Muses are the kings in this deck. They're muses instead because it's a very feminine deck. So this would be like the King of Swords, but it's the Muse of Voices. And all the Muse cards are mirror images. So we have 2 sort of dancing muses with kites. Since the Voices is an air, sign. Which is feels really hopeful. It just made me think of, of voices. So him telling you, I wonder, like, what sort of things has he said to you already? Has he told you things about his life, like personal things? Has he told you anything about feelings towards you or anyone else? Then we have the 9 of inspiration, which is just, I'm totally reading it backwards, which is fine. So with the 9 of inspiration, we have these 2 like sphinx-like figures in the background. This totally reminds me of Neverending Story, when Atreyu has to go through the sphinxes, and if he has like any self-doubt in his heart, they'll just fry him up. But we have the sphinxes, which are all about mystery, right? The Riddle of Sphinx. And there's 2, and they're facing each other, and there's sort of like this bead. I'm looking at it closely, so Just sort of this beaded, like, string connecting them. It really stands out to me right now. So I feel like he could feel some type of connection with you, and, you know, I feel like he sees you as, bright, colorful, dynamic, expressive, artistic, free. With the strength in reverse, I feel like maybe you represent kind of a side of himself that he doesn't acknowledge. Like, he's very drawn to you, but for him, it's really out of his comfort zone or his norm. Like, she's so free and she's so expressive, and I'm maybe more staid, more traditional, or even just more self-conscious. So I feel like he has like a draw to certain aspects of you, your personality, and your appearance as well, I think, with the Nine of Inspiration. Just the bold and the beautifulness of it. The bold and the beautiful. But like, I kind of feel like moving towards you might be a real risk of moving away from his safety net. So I'm wondering if that resonates for you. I'm gonna see if there's anything in the comments that I can't type it out because I'd have to listen to it, like, and type and pause, and I don't, if that's what you're asking, I don't think I can type it out. I have the flower therapy because it's springtime. And by the way, it snowed last night or this morning where I am. Like, it just covered a total dusting. Not, we're not buried, but we're dusted good. It might have melted by now, but so I'm gonna bring out some flower power here. Open your heart. Your potential for greater love rests in opening your heart. Blockages and wounds from your past will be healed, and you'll be met with the true passion you seek. So I feel like with this card, I do feel like he has certain blockages that are like I said, it's like he's drawn to you, but he's also cautious. And that could go a lot of different ways. That could go any number of ways, really. So who else? Libra. Hello, Libra. Hello, Ashika. Libra wants to know, how will my day with Aquarius go tomorrow? Oh, that's such a good question. You can come back. Oh, that just kind of boom. You can, maybe not how you hope. Come back the next time and let me know how close I got, how much if I hit it on the head or not. How will tomorrow go with Aquarius? How will tomorrow go with Aquarius? Ten of materials. I feel like that's saying, that it's productive. We have two voices. Okay, well, that's something. I'm gonna do this. Whoa. No, okay. Hermit. All right. So I'm going to have to probably pick them up and look at them a little closer, but the star reverse, I kind of do that right away. It's like, okay, it's not going to go quite as you hope. It's not going to be everything you wish for, but then it maybe a little, maybe a little bit of what you wish for, but it's not going to be everything that you hope for. The 10 of materials suggests to me that, you guys, that it would be a very productive day, or possibly celebratory, but like in terms of, do you guys work together? So I'm going to just go with the idea that you work together. If you work together, then I'm feeling like something that you've worked on for a long time, you'll maybe complete it, or maybe it's been complete for a while, but you're kind of basking in its glory or celebrating in some way. It's like there's some kind of reminder, or you're in that energy of something, material that you've completed, that was successful, that makes you feel very, to get connected, bonded, team spirit, if it's a large group of people, that he's a part of, like people are like feeling like a family or like a team, just feeling really connected and successful together as a team. I know that took a lot of words, but then we have the 2 of Voices. So the 2 of Voices, that is kind of so it's like the star, not terrible, but not everything you hope for. So here, this sounds brilliant, and then in comes the 2 of Voices, which is, some conflict, or maybe not really conflict, not exactly. 2 swords is like a standstill, or like a, so it's like under the surface. It's Cold War, it's like under the surface conflict. Like 2 sides want different things, but so nobody's making the move, just kind of a standoff. There's a word that really fits for me, but I can't ever remember when I want it. But these 2 women, they look like they're connected at their hair, like they're pulling their hair out, or like they're like push and pull, like, if I get what I want, then you can have what you want. It's the tension of the 2 swords crossing that keeps, anything from moving forward. So you're like blocking each other's progress, or, that kind of thing, or you're like on opposite sides of something. And so, so you guys are all excited about this big win. You're discussing the next move or whatever. And, you think that the best thing to do is X, and he thinks the best thing to do is Y. And they're just opposite of each other. Should you be more aggressive now, or should you relax? Like, as an example, you got this client or whatever, and you got the contract. So now, like, do you pursue them more aggressively? You ramp it up? You try to sell them more? You try to upsell them? Or do you try to, just like keep things as they are, and even like back off and give them a little space? It's just a random sort of example, but the point is that what could be happening is that your plan and his plan are opposites, or could be too, like, you guys are part of a team, and now you need someone to step up and, be the leader, the spokesperson, or take the lead on this, or, be the representative or whatever. And you're both like, I can do it best because, and it's like maybe nobody else, like just between the 2 of you. There's just some type of other factor that's got you like sort of at odds with each other, but just not in a way where you're like fighting exactly, but just where you're kind of preventing each other from getting what you want. What, like Harry Potter, neither can win or neither can live while the other survives. It's like, what, neither of us can get what we want if the other one gets what they want. And it could be literally the way that I said it, or more like metaphorically that way. But so that's my sense, is like, after the celebration, when you're moving on to, the next, what to do next, there's conflict that leads to a standstill, that leads to, it's like it doesn't, conflict isn't the word I want exactly, but you're not really fighting. It's just that you're preventing each other's, whoever gets what they want, so no one's going anywhere, because you guys are both like pushing equally against each other. So that so you're pushing up against each other would be the simplest way to say that, And then we have the Hermit in reverse. So to me, I feel like that's also saying like, you're not, it's not like peaceful, I guess. You have this sort of, I don't know, it's like a mixed blessing, because it's not all bad. There's the happiness, there's the good, but then there's like the conflict, and then there's like sort of this, maybe it might leave you feeling like, leave me alone, or it might just make you feel like, you might feel sort of alone, if you wanted his support, you wanted him on your side, or if other people are supporting him instead, or his idea, or whatever it is. So, it just feels like a mixed bag. Let me throw down a flower card. Flower therapy. See what the flower therapy cards have to say. Man, when I really get into reading like that, I just start saying stuff, and I feel like this makes no sense. Like, this is probably so far off from this person's reality or situation. But then a lot of times when I think that is when people are like, whoa, can't believe you said that. It's like right on target. Uplift your thoughts. Orange Lily. Focus your attention on the many blessings that surround you. By doing so, you'll let go of depression, poor self-esteem, and excess weight. That's weird. Like, what does that have to do? But I guess the letting go of depression and poor self-esteem, that kind of makes me feel about like the Hermit, right? So I feel like it's possible, like, the day will start out really well. You've got high hopes. Things are going pretty well. Then there's some type of conflict or some type of a standstill, and that kind of leaves you at the end of the day feeling not as rosy as you had hoped, and maybe taking some hits to your mood, your self-esteem, but keep your thoughts held up. Like, don't let this, whatever happens, like beat up on you. Well, that wasn't the best news I could have given you, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be completely wrong and it'll be wonderful, right? I can hope. They're just tarot cards. They're not always, nobody is right all the time. Okay, Libra. That was you. That was Libra. Okay. Sheila, I did your reading. Who here is from India? And who here is from somewhere else? Because I know the other day I had a lot of people who are on from India. Will Mesner and kind of marriage be successful? Okay. Seema wants to know, I don't know if that's how you say it, if these two people are going to have a successful marriage. We've got the Knight of Inspiration. We've got the Five of Emotions. Interesting. Okay. The Knight of Inspiration is, passion, inspiration, forward moving, very positive. We have the Page of Emotions. So we have this youthful, heart-centered, creative, imaginative. So I'm wondering if I'm wondering if somebody in this marriage is a very creative and artistic, likes to dress brightly, has a lot of energy, just very, And then we have the Five of Emotions, which indicates some sadness, and this is a very cool card. So I don't know if someone is bringing sadness into the marriage or if the marriage is suffering some sadness within it. I was quiet for a minute because I was just having a feeling. I don't really have words for it. I feel like there's some sadness, especially on the woman's part, that could involve some type of loss. Just because it's starting to feel a little medical, so I don't want to say anything, but there, because the Five of Emotions is a grief card. It's loss and it's grief. And so I don't know, like she could have experienced loss and grief before the marriage or during, like if a parent, like passed away while she was planning the wedding, or if they were planning to have a child and then they find that they're unable to conceive. There's some type of grief and loss. It's like, it feels like they probably moved into it very quickly, into the marriage with the Knight of Inspiration. Like they probably moved into this marriage very quickly and with a lot of excitement and fanfare and, desire, passion, hopes and dreams for the future, with a cold, it feels like they had a cold wall of, really probably highly unexpected, they're planning a happy life together, and then this very sad thing happens. But then with the Page of Emotions, you have this youthful, heart-centered energy again. So it's like, I could see it like they found out they couldn't have children and they had ended up adopting, because the Page of Emotions could be a child. That's just an example. Or they had a long period of infertility and then they conceived. Or they went through some type of loss and, just somebody with a younger energy was able to, just lighten the mood in some way, that kind of thing. And then we have the Queen of Materials. You should look at her. I mean, she's just beautiful. She's so beautiful. She's so confident. I feel like with this Queen of Materials that, whatever this is, that they can get through it. Like, I feel like, this also could be that, one of them, I'm feeling like maybe the husband, I'm assuming it's a male-female marriage, but, maybe the husband is a little more childlike and the wife is more, parental. I don't know if that's the word I want, but it works. Like, she's not severe. She's warm. She's beautiful. She's nurturing, and it seems like a combination that works, and confident. So to me, I see them, having difficulties as we all do, but really coming through it stronger, smarter, more confident, more I don't know what the word is, but better. Coming through it better and more like really grown and better, not bitter, kind of. So that would be my thoughts on that. Oh, and the flower card: balance, work, rest, and play. Yellow rose. It is important for you to have fun along with fulfilling your responsibilities. So that is exactly what I was talking about with this. Is like there's a fun partner and a responsible partner, but they work things out. They balance it out, and the responsible partner is also isn't like dry, isn't like harsh. They just make sure things get done, and they make sure things are fun, and they work as a team. That's really what I'm saying here. So yeah, a very good balanced team. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, Libra. Yeah, I did your question. I hope you saw it. Rinky Rot. How will my future spouse confess their love to me? I love that. Love that one. You are welcome, Say Makan. Oops, no, I'm going to do live chat so I get every message. Everybody who's watching, be sure to hit the subscribe and the bell for notifications. I'm working on everything I can do to bring my subscriber count up to 1,000. My short-term goal is 500, and we can think of some way to celebrate 500 when we get there. If anyone has any ideas, like what would be a good way to celebrate 500 subscribers. If anyone has an idea how to celebrate 500 subscribers, please put it down in the comments. Totally brain, mind, total blank. Don't forget to hit the like button. That helps the algorithm out. It helps my channel out. It helps me out, and it makes me feel very grateful. 3 of emotions. How will my future spouse confess their love to me? So this makes me think that it's possible that they will use a friend to feel you out a little bit, to like someone to see if you're feeling towards them the way that they are feeling towards you. Like they're going to scout around a little bit. They're going to send a friend to see if their friend can find out, if it's safe for them to say, you know what, I'm starting to feel these loving feelings. 10 of emotions. This flower and this sort of oniony flower, I don't know, is what stands out at me. 10 of emotions. This to me says that, so firstly, you may have like a female friend or a sister or somebody, that they're going to kind of, you will have been dating this person and they'll start to, have their feelings, and they'll kind of get their sister to, you're already friends with their sister, but they'll be like, if you can figure out how she feels about me, or if it's a good time to, make a love declaration. And then I feel like they're gonna make a big, I feel like they're gonna plan something, like a grand gesture with that 10 of emotions. I feel like they're gonna plan a really grand gesture, and maybe not for like the I love you, or maybe they'll plan something grand but then pull you aside, or maybe they'll, I just feel like it's going to be big. It's going to be big and romantic, and maybe it won't be like a lot of people there. Maybe it'll just be a, the fancy dinner, or, a nice gift that's really personal. Or I just feel like this person is really romantic and really into some big jet. Like, they're gonna first make sure it's okay to like go there, and then they're gonna make a big deal out of it. And then we look at the Muse of Emotions, which would be the king. And what is she doing? Is she eating something? She's drinking. Okay, right, from a cup. And there's a boat and there's some fish. See? The splash, like, I feel like this person's gonna make a big splash with you, and then there will be food and drink and possibly other people around, or and then we have the Knight of Materials. So I mean, it looks to me like it's gonna be really romantic. It's gonna be a big big deal, with the Knight of Materials. It's just so pretty, just feel like you're gonna be that. I feel like they're treating you like a princess, they're planning a big grand gesture. They're pulling out of the stops. They're very romantic. Now, the Knight of Materials also is practical and, plans for the future, takes things a step at a time. So I feel like with that he's going to be prepared, like with this. Like, he's going to send some, he's going to have a plan, is what I feel. He is going to have a plan. He's going to execute his plan, and it looks very promising. So let me draw a flower. Yeah, sounds great, doesn't it, Rinky? Emotional healing, bleeding heart. Look at this. It says it's safe. It's safe. They're checking if it's safe. It's safe for you to let go of old emotional pain. By doing so, you allow your heart to mend. So you feel like this person is really going to be healing for you as well. Yeah, and I do. I just feel like this horse makes me think that you're going to be, he's just going to have all the details planned, and you'll be all dressed pretty and somewhere, having a great time, and he's going to make it memorable. That's how I feel. There may be photographs. You may have some flowers in your hair and some good things to drink and some friends around, So let's see. Ooh. Himana wants to know, will I have a love marriage or an arranged marriage? Okay. So, Temperance. This indicates to me that it's something that's going to be well thought out, slow, not too fast or out of control. Oh, wow, and the Justice. Okay, so, whatever it is, it's well thought out, it's well balanced, it's what does I want to say? Let me see what the other cards bring. Okay. Arranged marriage or love marriage? Two of Inspiration in reverse. So that to me indicates someone looking sort of backwards. And then we have the Muse of Emotions. Wow. Okay, this is purely for entertainment purposes only, so, The feeling that I get is more leaning towards an arranged marriage because it feels very thought out, it feels very practical and planned, and it feels very with the Justice, like laws and contracts and decisions. And then I see like you kind of looking to the past or looking towards maybe wistfully at something that's in your past. But then with the Muse of Emotions, I mean, so I'm feeling, this all feels very, towards the side of an arranged marriage. But as I said, also, it's just like very calculated, but very wise. And so I feel like it's possible that you have an arranged marriage where there's room to grow because you could be very well suited towards one another. But I do feel like you may have some sadness about it not being going another way that you had hoped, or another person feelings for, because I see you like looking into the past. So the possibility here presented by these cards is that it could be an arranged marriage that is very well planned, that isn't exactly what you want and isn't, does leave you with wishing for the other option. But with the Muse of Emotions, I just feel like, even though it's arranged, if that's how it pans out, that it's not loveless. That love is, that there's that possibility for love to grow within that marriage, within that match. So that's just the sort of the feeling that the cards are giving me right now. Oh, let me give you a flower. Right? Shield yourself. Bougainvillea. Invoke protection to bring this situation to a speedy end. Okay? It's really beautiful. Shield yourself. So the sense that I'm getting is that the shielding yourself, the love match may not be a good match. Like, I feel like if there's a love and a passionate sort of match, that it might be not healthy. So perhaps if family members or whoever is, trying to arrange this, very well that they're trying to protect you. Because I just feel like this shield yourself, invoke protection to bring the situation to a speedy end. I feel like this situation is the thing that you're looking back on with sadness, even though it wasn't good for you. So I hope that makes sense. Did I have... Okay. Himorani. So that was for Himorani. Himanshu. Can I get a reading? What's your question, Himanshu? Rising said something, and I wasn't looking, so I didn't see what it was. Okay. Himani. I had an additional card for you. Family harmony. Your loved ones form a strong pillar of support. Embrace their love and put past issues behind you. So I do see, like, again, the cards seem to be saying that you're dwelling on or will be dwelling on something from the past. Himanshu. I need to. If you have a question, go ahead. You can ask. I need to try out this pen, right? Even this envelope, it's like old school. It's fancy. Gold Phoenix Journal. LYNX. All right. It's good. I like it. Hopefully at some point I'll be able to show you something really amazing on the, I'll have it filled out. Part of me is seriously wondering, I don't think I'll do it, but I think it would kind of be cool to wet the pages, get them all swelled up. But I'm probably not going to do that. All right, it's 1:48 in the afternoon where I am. And you're welcome, Rinky. Himanshu asked for a reading. If you're still there, go ahead and ask your question. Otherwise, I will draw you a flower card and then I will balance balanced friendships. Your friendships work best when there's an equal share of giving and receiving. So I don't know if you're still there. You can watch that later. Before anybody else pops on, I think I'm going to duck out because I got some other things I had to do this afternoon before the afternoon is over. So thanks for joining me, everyone. Thanks for liking. I hope you all hit the subscribe button and the bell so you can hop on and chat with me again next time soon. I was going to say goodbye, but let me see. Okay, I'm done taking readings, so if anyone... Thank you, Andrew. Anyone may want to check out Andrew Arcana's channel. He's got a few videos up where he goes through a few cards. He's got some magic tricks. I kind of enjoy hearing his thoughts, so you might too. Since I'm planning to do a little shout out to some of the videos I've recently watched. Okay, so I did watch Elisa Pepez hot takes on upcoming tarot decks and oracles to February 2022. So that was in February. Hello. Okay. So, oh my. Yeah, she showed a lot of, she did some hot takes. I shouldn't have watched it because now there's tons of stuff that I want. I'm just gonna... So here's one of the decks. If you can see, I'm showing
Lakshmi Blessings Oracle. We have a 36 Gilded Edge full color card deck and a 128 page book by Elizabeth Jensen and Jeevanandam S., the illustrator. We only have one picture up top here, so let's take a look at it. This is really pretty. This is really pretty. I don't think this is one I could see myself using in my practice, but this is really lovely. So we have Devantri, God of Medicine, Gopal, Lord of the Cows, and Kamadeva, God of Love.
So I specifically showed that one just because I'm kind of interested in that to learn more about some of the Hindu deities. Definitely check out Lisa Pepez's channel. She also has let's see, some playlists. She has tarot beginners. Peggy's pick a card readings are always fun. That is her wife, Peggy, and she makes Peggy bags for keeping tarot cards in that are really good. I don't have any, but I mean, people rave about them. She does hot takes. She loves unicorns. She does a lot of declutter this or that decks, which I find stressful because watching other people declutter is stressful. But one of my favorite things that she does is the self-worth Sundays or Saturdays. Self-worth path. Yes. Walking the self-worth path. So yeah, she's very, very well worth checking out. Let's see, who else did I watch today and yesterday that I wanted to share? I watched last night while I was sleeping. I put on a playlist, and so there's a bunch of videos I didn't actually see. Tarot Oracle, naturally, every night, free live readings at...
Everything all at once, okay? It's not going to fix everything all at once. This is something you're going to have to gradually get into, and you're going to have to participate, okay? You're going to have to participate. They can't do all the therapy, and you just stay like you are. You do have to participate.
He is pretty awesome. I think it's 7 Central every night, 7 Eastern time. I'm not sure. But check him out, Tarot Oracle. Let me see. I did watch it. Pick a card. Watched some old Donahue. Watched some fun Charmed. What is that called, right?
With him, like, I mean, yeah, I've gotten weird gifts, but who cares about the weird gifts? I think what's amazing,
Conventions.
best gifts I get, which is what I would rather talk about, is the letters. The letters that a bunch of you, and you know who you are, gave me last night and yesterday. And they were, stunning and touching, and they're, a huge reason why I do what I do for a living.
Yeah, so I don't want to get, in trouble for copyright, so I'm just showing a short clip that was Shannon Doherty from Charmed. And this one is called Charmed Paris 2014, Shannon, Drew, Wes, and Dorian, Part 2, posted by Marie M. So if you're a Charmed fan like I am, check that out. Oh, okay, so Owl Moon put up 2 new videos yesterday. Tarot and Witchcraft Viewer Q&A, Part 5. So Owl Moon 513 is her name. She's beautiful and so smart and so, like, gentle. She has a soft, sweet voice. She's super smart and super, like, yeah, insightful. Definitely want to check her out.
An urgent message to anyone with insomnia,
Bum-bum-bum.
trouble sleeping. This discovery can save
So her other video that she did that I really enjoyed watching was Tarot and Witchcraft Coping with Fear, Guilt, and Shame from Religious History.
For themselves is through creating a system where you don't think for yourself, you're afraid, you're filled with guilt and shame, and you believe that others have the keys to the kingdom, and so you've got to follow along with them if you want to be saved. So the first thing that you want to offer yourself is compassion. Now, I've been out for almost 20 years. I still am working on wounds from this. I will be for the rest of my life. And I still have moments where I really get sucked into believing I'm an awful person, believing I'm worthless.
So this was really insightful, really, really super helpful. As she talks about her own religious experience, which was, I believe, Jehovah's Witness, where, when you leave, your entire community and family shuns you. So it's, quite a difficult process. And then I also watched Lisa Pepez do a this or that video, which was pretty cool. This or that number 10
Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this or that.
from 3 days ago.
Series I'm doing here on the channel where I share with you like pairings of decks that I feel fit into a similar space.
And whenever I watch something like this, of course, I feel like I want to pick up a whole bunch of more decks.
Okay. We're going to do it. Okay, here we go. So I am pitting the... Oh, gosh, this is going to be hard. Okay, I'm pitting the Weaver's Oracle against the Goddess on Earth Oracle. Oh, this actually hurts my heart a little bit. Okay, before I say anything, I'm going to put up the poll. So 458 of you voted. 61% would have kept the Weaver's Oracle, and 39% would have kept the Goddess on Earth Oracle. Okay, let me talk about why these are where they are and how I feel. Match the gorgeous tapestry on the backing of this card. It's got ever so slight of a bow. These cards are big. So my Tattoo Tarot, these are big cards, right? Okay, just getting that out of the way. I don't mind big decks. That's not really a problem for me. They're gorgeous. The magic of this deck is really in the incredible spiritual richness of each character and their wisdom. There's so much to this deck, I couldn't even begin to scratch the surface if I tried to have ever owned. I would argue that there's full of depth, but has become, it's highly usable. Oh my gosh, I have so many things I want to say about this deck.
This is the other
The
one.
production value is incredible, but more than that, these photos were taken with the intention of embodying a particular energy, and the person who posed had feelings about who they were embodying. This was done with so much care and reverence and respect for every individual model, every meaningful reading, but not so much that I feel like I really have to study it for like a long, long time. And if you want to go even deeper, there's a big, beautiful hardbound photo book where she goes more into the stories of each one of these figures. It's, yeah. Until I got this.
So thanks, Lisa. Now I want both of those. Let me see. Yeah, so the only other thing that I wanted to talk about, or that I watched yesterday that I really liked, I mean, I watched a couple of pick a card readings from White Feather Tarot. I would check them out. And I put on my list Shadow Deep Dive Spread by Danny Mystic, which I think is an older video. And it was suggested in one of our Moon's videos. So really, I need to watch that. I haven't watched it yet, but I put it on my list.
Secretary. Never watched that show before.
Yeah, I saw you post about that.
Yeah, I'm like, how did I never see this? Because I love the whole spy thing. But the role of a lifetime will be a Law and Order type show that brings me back home to New York City and gives me a great job to live in New York City in a really nice apartment and get to work on the streets of New York. You know, I feel like that's my next move. I don't know how it happens, but I feel like, you know, that's my next move.
So that is a little clip of celebrating 30 years on daytime television. Laura Wright celebrating 30 years daytime television. That was actually posted 8 months ago, but it's really, I love Laura Wright. She's on General Hospital. She used to be on Guiding Light. She used to be on Loving, but that was way before I knew of her. And she had The Locker Room. And if you're a soap fan, it's amazing. Alan Locker talks to soap actors and producers and writers every day, or however often he posts, and gives a lot of honor to the shows that have been axed over the last decade or so. So if you're a fan like me, that's really exciting. And this was, 30-year celebration of Laura Wright, who is basically my favorite daytime actress. Besides Sarah J. Brown, who played the role, who originated the role that she's in, who's also but she's not on daytime right now, but she's, I don't know if I would count her as my favorite. I feel like she's the best, but Laura's my favorite. So how that balances out. Okay, guys, so there, I could have just said goodbye a while ago, but I just wanted to show you some stuff I've been watching and encourage you to go check some of that stuff out if it looks interesting. Let me find you guys again. There we are. Let's see. I'm subscribed to her too, Andrew said. Okay, but who was that? That was a video about shame. Oh, yes, Owl Moon. She is fantastic. Okay, because I'm a big old softie, Selena, you can ask me a question if you ask me quick, because I'm going to stop looking at my chat after that so that I can read you and duck out before I get sucked into any other readings. Because I said I was going to be done, but, I'm here. If not, Selena, if you don't ask me before I click off, subscribe and catch me on the next one. I've been doing these, been trying to do them pretty often, just, I'm not on a schedule. I just do them when I can. They're always free, and just do the best I can. Hi, Tees. We're saying goodbye, so, or Tez. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you can catch me next time if you're not already subscribed. Okay, Selena. Maybe she ducked out already? Thanks for joining. Maybe if you watch in playback, I did some readings and I also talked about some other things that I enjoyed watching the last couple of days and showed some things that I received in mail that I was excited about, which would be this. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again next time. Until then, be well. And every time I do this, I don't know how to end it.